Today's message is for the witches. Witches, magic people, people connected to energy, people, highly sensitive people, ADD, ADHD, neurodivergent, autistic. This is all the representation of those of us who clearly were witches in another incarnation. And we are prosecuted, and we feel we still have some lingering kind of bits of those energies in our system, in our memory, in our like otherworldly knowledge. We feel it. So we can be a little nervous to express these gifts sometimes. And that's why I think some of us kind of take some time before we really fully embrace all of our skills. And also this world that we live in currently, there's some like a prejudice about people who are not the norm, whatever norm is. I don't even know what that means anymore. But those of us who maybe, feel a little too much, supposedly, right? Or who very sensitive, who can, see music and hear colors and this sort of activity. People who can't sit still because they want to move and experience. These are all people who are not fitting in to what society tells you that you should be, but maybe is more like what you really are. It is what you really are, and it is really more what humanity should be, could be, has been, right? So, witches unite. The message that I received was fear not. The weak always fear the powerful. So we have a special ability to connect to ourselves, to know that we are more than just what our quote five senses can perceive, right? There's so much more, and we know this. And once we connect to these powers and skills within ourselves, we are like non-controllable and therefore dangerous, right? Be dangerous, be a rebel, be who you are. Understand that there's many of us and that we can connect, we can create bonds, and these bonds are powerful. And we don't have to be against each other, that we can actually work together and create something very powerful. So that sense of community among people who have really accepted who they are can be very powerful. There is this journey of who am I, because we haven't had the training from our youth. Most of us. I mean, some people are very lucky to be raised by witchy parents and always be in their witchy self. Not me. Not many people that I know, but that's okay, because then we learn, and we learn without prejudice, right? We don't have any preconceived notions, so we just start to learn. And sometimes we get it, sometimes it takes some time, sometimes we have to relearn some things. That's okay. It's all part of the process. Connect to what feels right for you in these in your witchy ways. And I do say witch, and this is for fun, but it's all like energy workers, people who can connect to what is bigger, people who like to make brews, or understand that they can influence the world around them. These are kind of the witchy ways. People who like animals and use them as part of their team, their support team. Very witchy. There is a wounding, like I said. So this kind of comes to the heart. So sometimes it is hard to trust, to release, to feel safe. That's okay. Find the community and connect with people who are more confident in their abilities, and you will gain confidence as well. And it comes with time. And there comes a point when trust is important. Trust in the truth of who you are, because there is some lessons in speaking your truth and in being your true self. Luckily, your intuition is high, whether you know how to listen to it or not fully. Learn that language, connect to yourself, to the messages that you receive through you, and allow yourself to be an example for others who are in this process as well. So we can help each other to create community, to create a deeper understanding, and our ways are not always the same. But that's okay. Diversity, that's life. So then witches, we have a deep sense of what is bigger than us. It's like we can know that we embody that, and we also can step out of this physical self to disembody it, right? We can be more in our energetic self and in our physical self. And this is the next step of humanity. We used to be able to do this. We lost it for a while, and now we're stepping back into our power. There's going to be a transition time here that's not comfortable, but don't worry. This is part of the work. This is why we're here today. This is why we can't hide anymore. This is why we can't pretend that we can just be like everybody else. That causes serious sickness, whether it's like emotional, like challenges, like major depression, or kind of like a psychosis in the sense of like you can't pretend anymore. It can be physical ailments, fibromyalgia, or immune disorders. Stop pretending. Stop fearing. Fear not. This is the message. Be who you are. Understand that there's many of us out there, and we will be gathering. The gathering is coming soon. Unlike Highlander, there can be more than one. Uh-oh. Nerd alert. Hi, I'm Sarah, and I read the chakras.